the Dyatlov Pass Incident, 60 years of terror and mystery, 0 minutes to 1 minute, 30 seconds. Part 1. The Departure into the Unknown. In the freezing winter of 1959, the Ural Mountains of Russia became the stage for one of the most chilling mysteries in human history. It began with 10 young, vibrant, and highly experienced hikers, students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. Led by the charismatic Igor Dyatlov, they were not amateurs. They were experts in surviving the harshest conditions nature could throw at them. Their goal was to reach Mount Otorten, a peak known to the local Mansi people as the Mountain of the Dead. One hiker, Yuri Yudin, fell ill and had to stay behind. As he hugged his friends goodbye, he had no idea he was the only one who would ever be seen alive again. The journey began with smiles and songs, but as they climbed higher into the white silence, the atmosphere changed. The wind grew colder, the snow deeper, and the shadows of the mountains seemed to close in on them. 1:30 to 3. Part 2. The Last Night on Dead Mountain. On February 1st, the group reached the slopes of Kolatsyakhl. Instead of pushing to the summit, they decided to set up camp on the exposed side of the mountain. Why did they choose such a dangerous spot? Some say they wanted to practice camping on slopes. Others believe something was already following them, forcing them to stop. That night, something happened. Something so terrifying, so sudden and so overwhelming that it shattered the courage of 9 seasoned explorers. In the middle of the night, in temperatures reaching -30 degrees, they did the unthinkable. They used knives to slash their tent open from the inside. They didn't even stop to grab their boots or coats. They ran out into the pitch-black night, barefoot and half-dressed, fleeing toward the forest as if a monster was at their heels. 3 o'clock to 4:30. Part 3. The Ghostly Campsite. Weeks later, when the hikers failed to send a telegram, a rescue mission was launched. What they found on the mountain slope was a scene from a nightmare. The tent was collapsed and covered in snow, containing all their warm clothes, their money, and their food. Everything they needed to survive was right there, but they had abandoned it. Footprints, some barefoot, some wearing a single sock, led away from the tent for nearly a mile toward a large cedar tree at the edge of the forest. Under that tree, the first 2 bodies were found. They were dressed only in their underwear, their hands burned as if they had desperately tried to climb the tree to escape something on the ground. 3 more bodies, including Igor Dyatlov, were found between the tree and the tent, as if they were trying to crawl back to safety before the cold claimed their lives. 4:30 to 6. Part 4. The Ravine of Horrors. The mystery turned into a horror story when the final 4 hikers were found 2 months later, buried under 4 meters of snow in a nearby ravine. These victims didn't die from the cold alone. Their injuries were violent and impossible to explain. One had a major skull fracture. 2 others had massive chest injuries, with ribs crushed so badly it looked like they had been hit by a car at high speed. However, there were no external bruises. It was an internal destruction, as if they had been hit by an immense wave of pressure. Even more disturbing, the clothing on some of these victims was found to contain high levels of radioactive particles. Where did the radiation come from? And why were their bodies found with skin that had turned a strange, deep orange-brown color? 6 to 7:30. Part 5. The Orbs and the Cover-Up. The Soviet investigation was closed quickly, with the official verdict being a compelling natural force. But the people knew there was more. On the night the hikers died, other groups of hikers dozens of miles away reported seeing strange glowing orange orbs floating in the sky toward Kolatsiakl. Were these secret military tests? Some believe the group accidentally wandered into a testing zone for a new type of vacuum bomb or a secret parachute mine. Others suggest the infrasound theory, where the wind hitting the mountain creates a sound frequency that causes humans to experience intense hallucinations and panic attacks. Then there are the legends of the Menk, the Siberian Yeti, or even extraterrestrial visitors who were seen by the locals for centuries. 7:30 to 8. Conclusion. The echoes of the past. Today, the Dyatlov Pass remains a place of silence and shadows. While modern researchers claim a rare type of slab avalanche caused the panic, many questions remain unanswered. Why the radiation? Why the missing clothing? And why the orange orbs? The 9 hikers of Kolatsiakl took their secrets to the grave, leaving us with a story that reminds us how small we are against the mysteries of the wild. You are watching Urban Shadows. If you found this deep dive intriguing, hit the like button and subscribe for more journeys in